Being single in Nigeria at a particular age, especially when you have gotten to your late 20s, like you've clocked 25 and then you're climbing upwards, that has to be one of the most stressful time of every young girl in Nigeria. Welcome back to my channel, Life of Kesijo, where we talk about motherhood, life, lifestyle, and basically everything in between. So a lot of persons may actually get to that point, like when they get to 25, they're eager to want to get married. Like marriage is like the main focus, and when they get to 27, 28, 29, 30, and the man is not coming, they might just occupy themselves with other things while making themselves believe that marriage is not important. I'm here to share my own story. When I just entered university, I think the dream I had for myself was when I get to 23, I'll be married. And then at a point I just adjusted it 24 and then 25. And it seemed like at 25 my life was just starting, because at 25 I had a rude awakening and my life just spiraled into, just got into the late 20s and heading to 30, and I was not married. My environment was not making it easy on me. Once upon a time, I think when I was 27, I used to have this group of friends. I stay in Upper, a very small environment where everybody pretty much knows you and you know everybody. The fact that my dad was a catechist did not make it easy on me. That was a catechist. I started my business in the same environment, so people knew me. I had this cousin that was like my second half. We were close to each other. When you see him, you will see me, basically. A lot of persons started peddling that we're dating, despite the fact that we had told them time and time again that we were cousins. But our relationship, our tightness was something of concern, and to some persons unexplainable, so they just spin it as we're doing something behind ourselves and all that. Anywho, before I could say Jack at 27, the people I used to know as friends, the people we used to have a community where we discuss and stuff like that, just it happened overnight. I'm not even going to lie. 1 minute we were playing, gisting, going to each other's party and all. The next minute they were all getting married. To make matters worse, that same year when I was 27, my cousin also got married too, leaving me all by myself. I tried as much as possible to make the lady my friend. Yeah, tried as much as possible to infuse myself into their marriage and everything, but it was no longer the same. I wanted to have a relationship with my cousin and have a relationship with his wife and still have a relationship with the both of them. I wanted to have a relationship with my cousin where I can talk to my cousin as my cousin, and we can just vibe and relate in that circumstance. I wanted to have a discussion with his wife and talk to her as a lady, as a girl, as a woman, and we relate and vibe in that light. And then I wanted to have a relationship that, okay, I was talking to them as husband and wife and we had that vibe. I still found out that sometimes I have a discussion with the wife and my cousin gets to find out and vice versa. I don't know what I was expecting, whether I was expecting that they would keep certain secrets from themselves, but that was a rude awakening, and my cousin's wife did not let me hear a word. As much as I didn't want it to get to me, as much as I didn't want to think in that light that, oh, there was something wrong or anything, as much as I didn't want to get jealous or get a certain kind of way, she didn't make me have that way. Almost every time she comes to my studio, my husband this, my husband that, my husband this. And I think that this is the reason why people will actually say that married women should not have single women, because they may probably not relate. And I know that she was doing those things not to spite me, but because of the way the mental state that she was in. So I knew that she was not trying to spite me, but it still did not make me feel comfortable. It still made me uncomfortable sometimes. When any small thing, my husband, has he eaten? Let me come out. And I was single, Pringle, no boyfriend. Nobody was even calling to say hi. Like, that was the lowest time of my life. And then she got pregnant, and the dynamics of our relationship kind of changed, because she will come to the studio and the next thing is, oh, it's the baby. Oh, is it? I was like, when am I going to experience this? When is it going to happen? I soon started to feel like I wanted more. And it was not just my cousin that was in my face. My cousin and his wife was in my face. Every other person that I used to know were in my face. And at a point, the narrative was my cousin made it difficult for a man to find me, because he was always taking the space that a man would have taken. Like, he was always carrying people away. And people always thought that we were dating. And then when that one did not stick, the next thing was there must be something wrong with me. Then the pity party started. There will be a party in church. Maybe if somebody was getting married, somebody was throwing a party and everything. And I will just go for a party. And the next thing you will see is one person saying, ah, you're looking so fine. Assuming you had a man now, the man would have, or don't worry, next year you are coming for your own party. God will do it. We'll come for your own party. We'll come and eat our own jollof rice. As much as I didn't want to allow it get to my head, as much as I didn't want to think about it, it was always there. And a lot of other things made it worse. Crazy exes started popping up. There was one, that one just out of nowhere, it just came. It was getting married. And it was not even getting married in Asaba. It was getting married for her court. And he had, I don't even know whether to call it audacity. He just came to my studio and was like, I'm getting married and everything, and I'm inviting. I was like, oh, okay, congratulations. I don't know if he was trying to make me jealous or something, because it felt like that to me. Like, what's the point of this information? We are getting married and everything, and you're getting married in Port Harcourt. So how are you actually expecting me to come to Port Harcourt? Or the crazy ex that will want us to come back together? There's a reason why you're an ex. Or when I will go to ShopRite and one small boy that is still sagging will just walk up to me and he'll be trying to proposition me. In my head, I'm like, man, I'm your mother. It's always evident that these people are young people, very young. And I was always bothered that, okay, they didn't see the father was older and all. And that period just seemed like everybody I was meeting, everybody I was seeing were married. The ones that were not married had one or two issues. Like, I became depressed. I would hide myself from people. I would stay in my room. I would cry because it was too much. I felt like I was getting old under my father's roof, and there was not going to be any hope. There was a day I had to even call one of my very good friends I had met in NYC, and I was just talking, I was lamenting, and it was consoling me. When I remember those days, I would be wondering, I'll be asking myself, why were you bothered? Because one of my earnest desires was always that I get married and have children. I didn't want history to repeat itself in me. And then one day, I don't know what turned things around for me. I think on my 29th birthday, when I was clocking 29 or 30, I'm not too sure right now, I decided not to make that a sorry party, because I think, when I was turning to 30, my 29th birthday was gloomy. Everything that I was missing was staring in my face, and it made me depressed, and I cried, and I would lock myself in the house. it got to a point my dad noticed because when he comes back from morning mass, he always goes for morning mass. It's a church service that you attend very early in the morning. When he comes back from morning mass, the first thing he does when he just enters the house is asks of me. And when they tell him that I'm still in my room, we're like, let Kenichi try to be coming outside, let us know that she's okay. Oh. Not that one day we'll just come out and find out that something has happened to her. That was how bad it was. For him to have said that, I overheard him one day and I was like, come on, I really needed to get out of this, you know. And on my 30th birthday, I just counted my blessings, and instead of making it a gloomy birthday, of making it seem as if there was something I was missing, I decided to make it a gratitude birthday. I decided to be grateful for all what God has done for me. And I went on a gratitude challenge. My birthday is January 12th. So I started my gratitude challenge on January 1st. And I was just thanking God for everything. And every day I kept thanking God. Today I'll wake up, I'll thank God for my health, I'll thank God for this, I'll thank God for my business and stuff. And for every day I kept thanking God for something. I kept being grateful that I was alive. It just made me feel like I have been selfish for not seeing the blessings that God has bestowed on me prior till now. Like, I had to pinch myself, and from then on, after that gratitude challenge, I just became a happy person. I decided to focus on my business, and then my husband found me. Look at me now. I'm married, I have a son, and life is beautiful. And sometimes, like I've said before, I keep asking myself, why was I worried? Why was I disturbed? You when you want to pass an exam, you go to school as a child. If that's one of the duties of your parents, to send you to school. So if you want to pass your exam, you have to read, right? And when you read and you write, you're going to pass. It's just natural. And when you want something, you want to start up a business, all you have to do is put in money, pray to God, work hard, and your business will be successful. But the one thing you cannot work yourself hard into is marriage and having a child. You cannot work hard to getting married. You cannot work hard to having a child. No matter how much you try, it still boils down to God to bless you with those two. And if it is not God, of course we all know that's why the rate of divorce is being on the increase, because people go into marriage for the wrong reasons. But that's a story for another day. Those are the things that you can't work hard into. You can pray yourself into them when God decides to answer you, but you cannot work yourself. You cannot work hard into getting married. You cannot work hard into having a child. If it is not yet God's time, it won't happen. So I'm basically very grateful that I'm here. I feel like a child of destiny already, that God decided to, turn my story around. I've seen the narrative of people saying that marriage is not the aim thing, it's not the most necessary thing, it's not this. I don't know about people, but marriage is important. Immediately I got married, a lot of things changed. People kept calling me madam, this, like, there was this level of respect that came with the territory. I know how it is to be 29, 30, 31 and still be single in Nigeria. It's depressing. I'm very grateful too that my parents never, despite the fact that my father knew that this thing was disturbing me, there was never a time that he ever told me that it's time for you to get married, or my mom ever said that. Mom always said, anytime I just clock in, you say, then she done the old though, I know that she didn't mean that seriously. She was just saying it in passing, right? But there was never a time when my parents ever pressured me or made me feel a certain way about not being married. I was the one pressuring myself. Like I said, I still wonder why. Did I just say I still wonder why? I know why. Not being married in Nigeria is stressful. People just keep looking at you in a certain kind of way. If you're still single in your late 20s or your early 30s, can we talk in the comments? Let me hear your experiences. How has it been? Are you more into working? Like, are you disturbed? Are you bothered about it? Does it make you feel a certain kind of way and stuff like that? Let's talk in the comments. I really love to hear from you. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it was basically me chatting with you guys about my experiences. I really hope you guys resonated with this video. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Please like, share, give us a thumbs up so that the algorithm knows that you guys like this video and they'll recommend it to other persons. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.